Welcome to my lunch learning session for today. And before I start my presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Karen Nisa, and can just call me Nisa. So my topic for today is I would like to introduce to all of you what is needle valve and the application. I believe some of you not really familiar with needle valve. I think because we usually encounter ball valve, gate valve, check valve, what else? Butterfly valve, globe valve, because those are the common types of valve. So today I will briefly explain what needle valve is. Before I start to explain further about needle valve, actually needle valve has a very similar concept to globe valve. If you guys familiar with globe valve, we can see that needle valve and globe valve, they have same concept. It's just that concept and design, they're same, but it's just that they have two main differences. First, needle valve has a very small disc, or we call it as a threaded needle plunger, because this one, the valve is in conical shape, and just like a needle. It also can be called as plunger. Because of the small port, the design is suitable for a precise regulation of flow, because it can control how much fluid passes through the valve precisely and accurately. The adjustment of the needle valve also gradual and smooth for controlling the flow rate. It also can be used as a reliable shut-off valve. But for it to be an effective on and off valve, it will not be the best choice because we have to use other types of valve for on and off valve, because needle valve is meant for fine throttling flow control. The common port sizes for needle valve range from 1/8 inch up to 2 inch, and the common application to control the flow of a gas, especially for low flow rates. Needle valve construction. Needle valve comes with handle. This is the handle, and the locking nut, the stem thread, threaded stem, seal bonnet that connect to the body construction, back sealing. This is the plunger that we called just now. And then the orifice, it can be in variety sizes, and the end connection. This is overall the construction of needle valve, and the component. How needle valve operates. First, I don't have the animation to show how it operates, how it works, but I will do my best to explain on how it works and operates. So this is just now I have mentioned the components of the needle valve. A is the handle that connected to the stem, or also called plunger. Plunger, stem, they're the same. This one, the threaded stem. Why is it threaded? Because it's easy. The handle, when you turn the handle, the plunger will move up or down, okay, based on the threads. And then B is the locking nut. This is to prevent this one from fully unscrewing, okay. And then as the plunger moves down to the tapered pointed end here, okay, the plunger will comes into contact with the valve seat to fully seal the orifice. As you can see this picture here, this is how it's open and this is how it's closed. And there are various options and sizes available to connect it to a pipe or hose through the port connection G on the input and the output. And then the bonnet D is connected to the valve housing E, which can be made with different materials like brass or stainless steel. Okay, so basically this is how needle valve operate, just like globe valve. It's just that the shape is like a needle. Okay, there are also other types of needle valve. The one that I've shown just now is the common type of manual threaded needle valve. And okay, for this one, this is the motorized needle valve. Motorized needle valve has no manual operation handle. It uses an electric or pneumatic actuator that can be remotely controlled, just like we always heard about actuator ball valve, actuator gate valve. But for this needle valve, same concept, but because there is no handle, it operated by using the actuator. So it can be used in the closed loop system, where we can put on the timer to accurately control the flow rate remotely. And then we also have the angle needle valve. The angle needle valve is just the output of the valve from the inlet by 90 degrees. Like just now, the one that I showed you, that one is inline. The input and output of the valve is inline design, but this one, the same operation concept applies, but just a 90-degree angle. That's only that, just the difference, which allow for better system integration. So these are other types of needle valve. Okay, these are the advantages of needle valve. They are flexible, precise, and used to increase efficiency. Most valve can offer either the flow is open or closed, but needle valve is quite unique. Due to the design, it can regulate and set the flow where it allows the needle valve for extreme adaptability. It's precise because of the needle shape, where the users can regulate the flow in exact measurements. That's why it's an excellent choice for settings where exact numbers and measurements are critical. And then due to its precise and flexible, it can increase to a higher level of efficiency. Okay, there's not much downsides to needle valve, but nothing is entirely without drawbacks. I mean, I'm trying to say that each valve has their own specifications and capability depending on what application it is being used. Okay, for needle valve, it cannot be used for high flow rate because of the small opening where the needle fits into the seat. Is very small. It's extremely small, so that's why high-low flow situation is not suitable. Okay, so these are the standard specifications for needle valve. It follows the ASME code, ASME. I just call it ASME code for the design. Okay, ASME stands for American Society of Mechanical Engineer, where sometimes we wonder kan how the code is being used and why it is very important to consider the design specification whenever we choose a valve, because the code, this ASME code or MSS code, it standardized the valve specification in terms of pressure, temperature ratings, dimension, tolerance, materials, and more. That's why we have to follow a certain code so that to get a standard design of the valve. So okay, same goes to the test API 598. They have their own standardization that we need to follow. Okay. Okay, these are the common type of end connection of needle valve and the material. So for the end connection, needle valve can come with female to female, male to male, or butt weld to butt weld. It can be vice versa, whether male to female or female to male, depending on the requirement. The needle valve also can come with socket weld, but sorry, I didn't put a picture here, but the socket weld also available for the needle valve. So for the body material, usually made with stainless steel 316, carbon steel, and brass. For the packing, the material come with PTFE and graphite. Okay, lastly, the application of needle valve. So needle valve is highly used in flow. Not highly, I mean widely used. Widely used in flow metering application. Just like the pictures over here. This is the example for how the needle valve being used in flow metering application. This one also used to control the flow and to protect. It can protect delicate gauges from damage that caused by sudden pressure surge from the liquid or gases. Okay, this one is the block bleed valve. It comes with shut off and vent valve. This one is a shut off and vent pressure measuring instruments. The concept, it is a needle valve, but they have the different function. The blue one function is as a shut off valve, and the red one is the bleed vent valve. Okay, so this is the functional diagram for this block bleed valve. Okay, this one is a double block and bleed valve. This one is block and bleed. This one double block and bleed valve that comes with flange to flange end connection. Okay, you can see here also there is a needle valve here that used as a bleed vent valve. So we can see needle valve is widely used in valves application. Okay, it is also suitable for gases and liquid aggressive media, but not highly viscous and aggressive environments. Only low flow rates, just as I mentioned just now. And then needle valve also very suitable for oil and gas industry, petrochemical, chemical industries, power generation, and wastewater. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you everyone for joining my lunch learning session. I just hope that through this session we are now familiar a bit more with what is needle valve and how it's being used. Okay, I think that's all from me. Once again, thank you very much for joining. Just stay safe and take care, everyone. Okay, bye bye.